Welcome to the Temple of Olympus. My name is Cyrus. I am the lineage authority and temple priest here at the Temple of Olympus. You might be wondering the name change. This temple was previously known as the Temple of Enki. However, I have been advised to change the name of the temple to the Temple of Olympus to make this a more personalized temple for each subscriber, follower, and visitor of this YouTube channel and this temple. We've decided to make this more about the viewer and not so much about the deities as much. The gods are still very involved, but the approach we are taking now is more so seeing the gods as aspects of the soul. So that is the reason for the name change and why we are moving forward with this new name, Temple of Olympus. And I want to give that quick update because I haven't really recorded in a while and didn't really disclose a name change until now. So with that said, the Olympians, the gods, would like to share what is occurring during this time astrologically, collectively, and what is to come. Before I get into the message, or the channeling rather, they did give me visions and an understanding of what's taking place. We are currently in an astrological period where I believe there are 6 planets aligned with Aries. All 6 planets are in Aries, and we just came out of a planetary alignment, which is not what people think it is, but they call this the coronation or the crown initiation. Okay, so the collective is being crowned. This has been in the works for a while now, but during the planetary alignment, this crown was in a way fully integrated into the roots of the collective. And with these 6 planets now in Aries, it is a complete template rewrite of the root of the collective. So some of the themes they want to share was the Great Solar Flash, and that this whole coronation is the Great Solar Flash. People don't really know what it is. I'm going to dive into that probably in this video, but I might continue on another one as well. So this template rewrite that's occurring in Aries with all these planets, it's basically the planets agreeing that there are some very serious inner child traumas on the planet that need to be addressed. Aries is all about the inner child. Considering the things that have been disclosed on the world stage, we can see what's being exposed during this time. But one thing they really want to highlight is addressing the inner child wounds that turned us bestial as a species, that made us more bestial, that made us more reptilian, that made us ruthless and aggressive, and abuse, narcissistic abuse, psychological abuse, sexual abuse, any type of abuse that's really occurred that's affected the inner child of humanity. Traumas that have made the inner child feel hollow, non-existent. or subdued in any way, shape, or form are now being highlighted during this time. So we can experience a lot of uprise, darkening of our reality emotionally, mentally. It is a reality check on many levels. For many of you, it will bring up a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, parts of you that are sinking, or that were sinking rather, that you were not aware of. So I've noticed this in my personal reality, even with all my training and purification and all the incantations I recite. It is nonetheless still very profound and potent. So really make sure you're connecting with your root chakra during this time and the parts of you that really were affected during childhood. Because we're at a stage now where these inner child wounds can no longer be inflicted upon the world or even ignored by the world and by ourselves. Another thing the gods really wanted to mention and highlight is that there will be no more wars between nations or men. Whatever is going on the world stage right now is a means to an end. And they said very clearly that this war will now take place in the hearts of men. It will not be as much of a physical war, it will be more of an internal war. A war with the self, the bestial side of the soul that was traumatized, the animal soul or the inner child that was traumatized, that acted out. A lot of the imbalanced Martian warlike energy we see in the world today is a result of people acting out that were abused from a very young age, and their time is also coming to an end with these transits. Those that feel the need to climb on top of others, to feel more masculine, to have more fire, those that need to trample on others and disgrace others to feel better about themselves, to feel like they're more of a self, more of a person, or a personality, if you will crumble. These people will crumble. These spirits even will not thrive in this new era during these transits. So with that said, I am going to let the Olympians speak through me now, and let's see what they have to share. We are the Olympians. We are now speaking to you through our temple. In the coming months, there will be mass civil uprise against your governments, their tyranny, and their global world order that will and has always failed. Instinctual awareness is the key to exposure. The people that run your societies know of this, and that is why they have emasculated many of you, gaslit all of you. They make livings off of this, distracting you and your primal soul. An increase in awareness is on the rise. But with this awareness, parts of your souls that have been malnourished also come to the surface to be addressed. This enemy, this abomination, cannot be defeated just externally. It must first be addressed internally. Our Father who art in heaven does not comply with the rules of this earth. He is the one that shapes them and makes them. The rise in what many of you call feminism, while may seem like a glorious attempt to balance power dynamics on your planet, is in fact used as a cover or mascot of sorts to subdue the masculine and penetrate the feminine energy of the collective and infest it with impurities and spiritual blindness. They can only operate in very covert and reflective methods. They get you to betray yourselves as a guise of liberation. Know that the true tyranny is in your hearts. For the heart that is free is an illuminated mind and a liberated body. They have turned your men hyper-intellectual and your women hyper-independent. Two extremes as a means of division. The truth is in the center. This initiation will illuminate the veils of your pain that perpetuate your blindness and suffering. We stand before you as your inner power to liberate you from your own shackles. We are you from the future. The illusions of your outer world fade with this coronation, and the void within deepens with this new-found depth. You will be tested to become a perfected reflection of a human being. All of your masks are about to fall off, and you will make a choice to dissolve with the ugliness that has penetrated humanity, or to pressurize and evolve and become better and purer. It is our will for this to be done. And it is. Fighting this is what causes conflicts and suffering in your world. As we approach the next stage of embodying this coronation, these conflicts will no longer be tolerated by us, and we will take deliberate action to stop them, as we have in the past. We will guide your souls through the underworlds, through the past, the present, and the future, as long as you give yourselves to us, or rather, to yourselves. This soul reclamation comes at a price. This price is nothing more than your own willingness, or rather unwillingness, to accept your escapism every moment of every day. It is a shadow that follows you all, planted by a corrupt society that was designed to squander the seed of your soul, that was meant to grow and blossom into a tree in which its roots reach the depths of hell as well as the heights of the heavens. Accept your destiny to overcome your fate. We operate through Dharma. They operate through your karma. That is the nature of their pharmakeia. Insubordinate leaders will be tested and grounded. Those who defy our order will be met with the tyranny that they impose onto the world. Our children, you are the shepherds of this world. You are the guardians that keep the forces of the underworld at bay. Your voice, your opinion, your declarations into the world, even when you are alone, stretch throughout the multiverse. Your word is thy bond. Embrace us in the days to come, as we will be coming to you through this temple to integrate yourselves into Olympus and the highest version of Earth. Know that this path will be harsh. It will require you to grow and persevere in ways you never have before. And in time, you will be like us. That is our message. Thank you for listening. I feel that was a very layered message. It's one of those messages where you have to come back and listen to again because it's very multi-dimensional. That's usually how they are when they speak. It stretches into many different situations that you might be dealing with. But yeah, there are a lot of things that the gods are not happy about, and I keep talking about this, and there are a lot of people that would rather ignore it. And this isn't just for like the subscribers. I'm talking about more so people that are influential and that work behind the scenes. There are a lot of things the gods are not happy about, and how their initiates, how their adepts are treated, how their children are treated. And yeah, there's going to be massive consequences. And I can't stress that enough, you know. Just running this temple, I come across a lot of obstacles. And while I do keep a lot of toxicities at bay, it is undeniable that there is always some sort of pushback from me making content, sharing what I know, etc. And yeah, the gods, they don't like it. They don't like it. And I'm here just as a messenger. I don't really even have my own head at this point. They're just like my head. That's one of the things the adepts of Olympus go through, is that we lose our head and the gods become our head. So I'm just a heart. That's all. And attacking me or, stalking me, harming me in any way just pisses them off more. Doesn't really do anything for me or to me, really. And we're honestly trained to get to a point where we don't really even, care if we live or die anymore. We're just kind of like astral bodies. So, yeah, but I wouldn't say there's anything to worry about in my case, but I do know people in this field get attacked a lot, get stalked a lot, and yeah, that's something the gods want to address. And they're very, very adamant about delivering that message because they are very tolerant and they do give warnings, but people just still refuse to listen, and, it's kind of fuck around and find out type situation at this point. Personally, I think this has a lot to do with the Epstein files. And I think the inner child trauma that's really being brought to the surface is like what's been done to the children. And there's no hiding it, Like the evil in this world is going to come to light. There's no fighting it. And yeah, it's an interesting time to be alive. But if I were to say something, just speaking human to human here, is that you need to save yourselves. Okay? There isn't really too much we can do yet to stop these forces as long as we're compromised from within. Okay? And that's the whole purpose for Olympus. This whole temple is for you to understand you are Olympus. The gods live within you. They're parts of your soul, parts of your body. And the more we integrate this type of living, being, breathing, these forces naturally dissolve. As long as we are unconscious of who we are, and what we are, rather, these forces will continue to exist because they're just manifestations, reflections of the collective unconscious, the collective unconscious spheres. They're just reflecting memory back to us, and we take the bait. Don't take the bait. Okay? You'll get to a point where you won't even want to open your eyes anymore because these eyes can be deceptive. It's all in here. Okay. So that's all I have to share. I don't want to make this video too long. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. And make sure to check out those spells on the temple Patreon. And yeah, till next time.